Thanks very much, Finn. Thanks for organizing this too. Finn has been a great friend of the Jericho Sailing Centre and of recreational boaters and people who want clean water since his Fraser River swimming days 25 years ago. And I can't think of a better champion for the cause of keeping the Kitsilano Coast Guard base open. Yesterday, Department of Fisheries and Oceans Minister Keith Ashfield, in a parliamentary session, said the top priority of the Canadian Coast Guard is the safety of mariners. He also said the level of search and rescue service in Vancouver will not be affected and remain the same. In fact, the Coast Guard will establish a new inshore rescue boat station for the summer season in Vancouver Port and strengthen our partnerships with other on-water search and rescue partners, such as the Canadian Coast Guard Auxiliary. Let's see what that looks like. The Honourable Minister needs to simply look at a nautical chart of the area and the location of the Canadian Coast Guard's rescue partners to see that his comments cannot possibly be true. The area in the large red circle has two meanings. Within that area, the highest concentration of marine traffic anywhere in Canada. When you include the sea bus in Vancouver Harbour, there are more than 5 million people transits a year through this space. 5 million. If you look at the Kitsilano Coast Guard base, centrally located, that's a strategic location, folks. The Kitsilano Coast Guard Station is strategically very well placed to respond rapidly. 6 minutes in their 753 rib, 10 minutes for the Coast Guard cutter Osprey to any incident within this key area, which also includes the strategically important, frequently treacherous First Narrows, the entrance to Vancouver Harbour. There is no there is no fire and ambulance within this 5 million person circle. The Osprey, the 753 rib based at Kitsilano Coast Guard Station is it. That is it for all these people. So the Minister is asking people in Vancouver to believe that the level of search and rescue service in Vancouver will not be affected and will remain the same. The truth is, the three closest Coast Guard Auxiliary units are Coast Guard Auxiliary Unit 1, Howe Sound, located in Horseshoe Bay. They're up there on the map, on the chart. 45 minutes to the First Narrows. That includes a 30-minute call-out, and it might be longer if they can't make their call-out. Coast Guard Auxiliary Deep Cove, Station 2, 50 minutes response time to the First Narrows. I won't even go into Richmond, it's too far away. Beyond the Sea Island Sea Base. Kitsilano Coast Guard Station is the highly trained, professionally crewed, rapid response police, fire, ambulance service to the 5 million people who flow through the area 24/7, 365. They are the police in terms of enforcing federal laws, navigable laws. That's not the duty of the Vancouver Marine Police. The Coast Guard is vital to human safety here. I've been the manager and head instructor of the Jericho Rescue Team, a staff-supported 40-member volunteer rescue program of the Jericho Sailing Centre Association for the past 24 years. Our primary purpose is to support the recreational activities launched through the Jericho Sailing Centre, Vancouver's Ocean Access Community Centre, so that the 250,000 launches a year from Jericho Beach do not place an undue burden on Canadian Coast Guard resources, specifically Kids Station. Over the years, we've responded to many maydays and other distress calls in the area from boaters who have nothing to do with our operations. With the closure of the Kitsilano Coast Guard Station, the DFO Minister is saying we, as the closest rescue resource, are going to be the first responders to all distress calls in this area. Our response time to the First Narrows is 8 minutes. It is absolutely delusional of him to expect that a small, non-profit organization should shoulder the Canadian Coast Guard's responsibility in the most highly congested marine traffic area in the country. It also happens to include the most strategically important waterway in the country, as it includes the entrance to Vancouver Harbour, the first Narrows. Billions of dollars go through that Narrows each year, and they can't come up with $900,000 to ensure the safety and free flow of goods through that area? Come on. What about the summer boat with students? This is part of Mr. Ashfield's plan. A marine incident in First Narrows, the entrance to Canada's largest port, could be a serious matter of economic or environmental importance, which requires the immediate and significant response of a Canadian Coast Guard cutter, the one you saw tonight. Not novices in an inflatable boat, and not a hovercraft 35 minutes away. Thank you.